Howdy, folks. What we got going on here is my greenhouse and my garden. Well, I say mine. It's really my wife's and the wife's garden, but you know, she lets me play in it. So let's start, and we'll just sweep through. Right here we have the trellis, which will be covered in green beans. Sadly, I put them in the ground, and then we had a frost, so I'm not sure how well those guys are gonna do. And then the ones that were over here, they already died. So I'll put more seeds in the ground. Seeds are cheap. Not worried about that. Like I said, so this is actually May, and yeah, for us up here, that's the beginning of gardening for us, right around the end after Mother's Day. So some of the things you can kind of get started inside, but which I did start these inside like a week or two beforehand, but well, some of them I did, but they didn't they didn't do too good. That's okay. Seeds are cheap. You can always plant more seeds, not a problem. But let's continue on. So what we have here are strawberries. So I had 5. Boom, 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 boom. That one has since sprouted and is spreading, which is good. I want it to do that. I believe this one has sprouted to here. This one has gone to here. That one hasn't really gone anywhere, but that's okay. And this guy is still hanging out right here by himself. You know, look, everybody moves at their own pace, so that's fine. Over here is going to be some blackberries. Actually, I will show you those blackberries in a second. But I'm gonna clear out a lot of this dirt because I tilled up everything, you know, put in some new dirt and everything for those ladies over there, and they were quite happy with that. But I'm gonna get rid of all this dirt here, and probably gonna put a black raspberry bush. I thought it was a blackberry bush when I got it, but I saw black and berry, not black raspberry. It's okay. It's gonna be delicious, and it's gonna hang out right here, and it might spread, you know, whatever. That's okay. It's got like a 2 to 4 foot spread, which that's fine. And then we have what used to be my blueberry bush, but the squirrels, I believe, that's the only thing I could think, because rabbits and everything can't get in here, so it had to have been squirrels. But then they ate everything. But it's coming back. I got sprouts here and there. The roots is good. They survived the winter, so that's good. Let's see here. While we're outside, I'm actually going to be adding on another layer, giving us a little bit more dirt space, because last year when we did these, they didn't have but like 8 inches of dirt. So adding another 2x6 on top of that brings the dirt up higher. I'm gonna do that on all 3 of these. Like, some of the stuff survived in these things okay, but to be honest, really it was just the chives that did good. I mean, we did have some thyme and some parsley, I think, that did okay. You know, it wasn't bad. But right here is gonna be something new. So I am trying my first shot at growing potatoes. We're gonna do some reds and some russets. So can't wait for that. Basically, I still have to cut the potatoes, but I'll show you all that stuff. What I'm gonna do, however it is, we're gonna show you the whole thing. I did do, you know, cucumbers right here. This was a great idea for cucumbers. They grow over and hang down on here, but I don't know if it was just like bad soil or what we did wrong, but they just didn't survive. And maybe it was the water running off down here and constantly so. But got the hummingbird feeder, obviously, because they're just getting back over in this area, and they're good for the garden. Totally good for the garden. Everything I put out is in hopes to, you know, bring in pollinators. So I'll put out a lot of flowers. I'm gonna put out you know, all the cucumbers and stuff like that. They're gonna have to get pollinated. You know, there's so many things that are required to get pollinated for them to do anything, and that's kind of, you know, bees. Let's see, it's not just bees though. Butterflies, dragonflies. I mean, there are so many pollinators out there. It's not just bees, you know. So we got to help them all out. So and I actually have a bee farm that's just like half a mile that way. So I'm sure they'll venture over here from time to time to check out what I've got. But so those are gonna be the potatoes. Got some good eyes on them, I see. So we'll show you how to cut those down and put those in the soil. But that's gonna be later. I have to cut those down, and there's a whole thing, letting them dry out a little bit, harden up. Then we toss them in there so they don't rot or whatever. But we got some peppers. So as a Southerner by heart, I like the peppers. Now, I've never grown Carolina Reaper, but I'm gonna give it a shot, and I'll probably grow with this one right here and get the peppers off of it, and those peppers will last me probably a lifetime. Got jalapenos, which, you know, that's just jalapenos. Habanero. These days habanero is really not that hot. Got some poblanos. Those are good roasted, you know. Thyme, some dill, because I'm growing pickling cucumbers, so I'm hoping the dill, you know, I'm gonna have to get some more dill, but I want to grow some dill to go into those pickles. Basil, obviously. And then we got some tomatoes. So my goal with the tomatoes is to actually make a good tomato sauce. So last year we had some crazy, like, the tomato plants were just everywhere in here. It was fantastic. They did so well. So obviously with tomato sauces, Romas. So we got 3 Romas right here because we want the majority of it to be Romas. But to give the sauce a little bit more body, we're going to be growing some other tomatoes to go in there as well. Stuff like Purple Zebra, or the Black Krim, or the Purple Cherokee Purple, or Purple Cherokee. I think it's Cherokee Purple. So going to be growing all of those, and I've done really well with tomatoes, so I fully expect those to do pretty dang good. Now, where am I going to put those? Not 100% sure. The wife has an idea, and usually she's good. She's got good ideas, and so we're going to do that. You see a lot of pots in here. Speaking of the peppers, we actually did a lot of those Tabasco peppers, because you can take those and put them in some vinegar and let them just kind of sit there for you know, you can can them in there and let them sit for a while, and then when you open them up, they're supposedly really delicious to eat. So might try to do some more of those. But these are some sad cucumbers. They're coming back, but they also got hit with the frost, so this one might not make it. He's looking really sad. That one's already got some new growth, so he's gonna make it. They all are gonna make it, and these guys, they're looking pretty good too. The wife watered them today, so they're probably really happy. Then we obviously have some marigolds. These 3 right here are some marigolds. This one got hit with the frost too, so he may not make it. But my experience with marigolds is that I don't grow them very well from a seed, so I usually just buy those. There's certain plants that, like tomatoes, you know, peppers and stuff like that, I just find it a lot easier to just buy them like this versus try to get them from a seed. I know a lot of people prefer doing it from a seed, and that's fine. You know, hey, you do your thing. But we also got some thyme. He looks a little sad. He needs a little water, so I'm gonna give him a little water. Actually, I have a little water here. Would you like some little water, young man? And then, of course, the basil, which we have some other basil. This guy right here, he wants some water for sure. There's other guys in here too, but I don't know that they're coming out today or at all. Hello. They don't need too much water, but they'll find their way. So these guys are going to find themselves in a hydroponics tower. There were supposed to be other guys. Like this guy right here was supposed to be something too, but I haven't seen him doing anything, and he may not. I may have to just buy some of these things, and I'll show you that hydroponics tower also in another video. That's worth its own little thing. And it's really easy to do. But so blackberries. Well, like I said, I thought they were blackberries. They look like they're blackberries. Black raspberries. Does anybody ever pronounce the P? Do you say raspberry or raspberry? I say raspberry, as if there's 2 Z's, but it's totally rasp. But anyways, but yeah, so greenhouse. I guess we could talk about that. Nothing crazy. It was under $1,500. So basically, center blocks going around filled with concrete, and in each corner there is a dug down with a postal digger 3 feet, and there's dirt or concrete all the way down that. So this thing is very secure. It's not going anywhere. And then basically building house, building a house, but not quite building a house, because it doesn't have to be that strong. It just has to kind of just keep the snow and the rain out. So built each wall, raised it, attached it to the foundation through 1/2-inch studs, doubled up on top, overlapping each wall as we go. That gives it nice structure. And then as far as the roof, as you can see, it's just a roof, got joists. Most of the weight is right there and right there, but being such a short area, it's not that big a deal. It doesn't take that much weight. But yeah, and then these panels, I actually picked up a lot of them off of Amazon, and they work fantastic, except for as a roof. They don't work as well as a roof, but I'm gonna work on that. I don't like how the roof holds on to like all these things right here. I don't like that. I'd like everything to just slide off, so I might go with a different idea. And then obviously there's that and there's that, so issues. But I also want to like block all the air from really coming in. I want to control the air that comes in here. I want to know where it's coming from, everything. So some modifications. With some gravel on the ground, nothing crazy. Little bench right here just to kind of do some stuff. It's, like I said, it's a mess, but I kind of like a mess. That's just, I don't know, that's just my style. So we'll put stuff here. Usually I had mint, some flowers, stuff like that. I didn't usually leave any flowers in here because I didn't want anything trying to come in here to pollinate it and not being able to, you know what I mean? So I try to prevent as many flowers as I can from being in here, but there's that thing called companion plants, and I live near some corn farms and whatnot, so at certain times it gets a little crazy with the bugs, and so you have to combat them in any way you can possible. Sometimes that's growing other plants that those bugs don't like in the vicinity of those plants that you don't want the bugs getting to, things like that. So nothing crazy, but yeah, I mean, there's not much to it. I mean, it was a really easy build. Now I have to put this gate up to keep mainly my dog out, because my dog will come in here and just like dig everything up, and she'll probably eat all of these plants, even though she doesn't want to eat them. She just pulls them out. She's kind of a bit, well, she's kind of yeah, so but all right, well, hey, this is it right here. So come back for the next video, and we will talk about potatoes and how to grow them in a particular way. Not necessarily all the ways, because there's so many ways to do it. There are other videos where they test multiple ways. We are only doing one way. But see you next time.